This is Black Views, bringing you the Black News. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, brothers and sisters. So today's video, we're going to hear about a young man who attends a private school or attended a private school and how he was treated. Now, this private school he went to because of his athletic abilities. He went to join the track team. And so upon joining the track team to try to get faster, I'm going to go ahead and play the video for you. Stand by. All right, let's get to it. Once again, this video is for fair use, educational purposes.
The high school junior we spoke with says he was going about his business, doing what he had to do to become a better athlete. The assistant athletic director didn't see it that way. Tony Humphrey is no ordinary high school athlete. The 16-year-old Cortland, New York resident is an accomplished baseball player at Iona Prep in New Rochelle, a junior who's already been recruited by and committed to play for Boston College after he graduates. So striving to become a better player by joining the track team, that was a no-brainer for Tony.
Comes up to me, that's why I was doing track.
But an interaction he had this past Friday with one of the school's assistant athletic directors had the teen stumped and frankly furious.
I told him the same explanation I just told you. Just trying to get faster, never hurts to gain speed. And he questioned, said, "Oh, aren't you already fast as is?" I go, "Yeah." And then he tells me that I gained that speed from running from the police.
Now you see how a grown-ass adult man can say something to a child who he sees trying to better his speed, and instead of being encouraging and being grateful that you have such an athlete that attends your school, because believe it or not, I believe he took that team to the state championship as well. But instead of cherishing him and having him there, he would say something about his speed is because of police, not because he practiced, not because he did the best he could to achieve, but because he was running from the police.
And that's how I gained that speed.
You heard that and thought what?
That was racist. There was no reason for him to say that.
The school declined to identify the staff member who made those comments, but Tony did not waste any time.
Even though this is an adult, okay, we're not allowed to basically find out who he is. Or see, when it comes to white people, they hide all type of names and you know who these people are when it comes to revealing who white supremacists are.
He went home, told his mother what happened, and they decided Tony would be taking his talents elsewhere by transferring from Iona Prep to the public high school near his family's home.
We ended up pulling me out of school. I decided to leave because of my current situation. As I'm already committed, I'm already going to school. I don't feel like I have to stay at a program where they're going to look at me different.
Tony says this was not the first time he experienced racism at Iona Prep.
There was other incidents of racism with my freshman year. I took it up with the deans, I took it up with the higher-ups, and nothing happened to the other students.
Iona students engaged in a walkout Tuesday in support of Tony. The school sent out a letter to parents Tuesday, which acknowledged the incident and announced an internal investigation into the matter. Quote, "Such comments go against the very mission of the school to develop moral and ethical leaders. It is behavior that Iona Preparatory does not condone for its students and will not accept from its faculty and staff." In that very same letter, the school announced the staff member in question has chosen to resign, and the profile page for the assistant athletic director has been taken down. In Cortland, New York, Jay Dow, Pix 11 News. The high school junior we...
All right, so I'm going to shut it here. Okay, brothers and sisters, thank you for checking out the video. In closing, I just want to say this is the beginning of the buck-breaking process. Okay, especially for student athletes. So when you see professional athletes, many of the professional athletes were so good that they actually left the public school and they could go to private schools. That's why you see great private schools and public schools are suffering, because private schools can recruit kids and basically give them free education. Okay, and because many parents believe that private school is the doorway to a great university, especially if it's a Catholic school, because that'll get you into Notre Dame. You see it in great schools like that. So this is the bug-breaking process. The child knows he wants to make it to Notre Dame, so guess what? He's going to listen to that, and he's just going to put up with that all along the way, all the way up until he becomes a professionally paid athlete. Once he becomes a professionally paid athlete, then he understands the game, that he basically has to shut his mouth, okay? He can't speak up for anyone or anybody, because along the way there's going to be, and this is how it goes, there's going to be white people that's going to so-called help him, when in actuality they're just exploiting him. Okay, so then once he gets to a certain level of popularity where people listen to him and see him, and he becomes basically an influencer, okay, like a LeBron James or something like that, when it comes down to social issues where we talk about racism, he's not going to say anything, okay, because his constituents are white, okay, and they have helped him along the way. So this is why you see many athletes that will just basically not say anything and just, collect a check and worry about their family, because that's what they're being told. Don't you want to do something for your family? And that's pretty much, how it's broken down. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Also share. And on our way out, let's give it up to the young man, because he didn't actually stay and put up with that crap. He didn't stay there and try to go along, get along. He decided to go back to the public schools to assist them with being state champions. So kudos to him, my brother. Peace.